Hey, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry for being away for a bit, but I'm back, and today we are going to be journaling in my weekly vertical insert. And I journal in this insert when I'm not feeling very creatively motivated, or I guess I would say that I'm in a mini creative rut right now. I've talked about having creative ruts in past videos, and I'm currently going through one right now, I guess. I think the onset of work and just the exhaustion from it, well, not really exhaustion, I'm loving it, but I think after a full day of work, I haven't really been reaching towards my art supplies and my journal, just because I've been wanting to just watch TV and just decompress in a way that doesn't involve exerting more effort. And I know that sounds really bad, but I guess that's just life. I think that's how it is for a lot of people. But I thought I would just pop on here and just talk about how I power through these creative ruts. And my biggest, I guess, my biggest tip is to just really power through it. I know it sounds horrible, but when you really don't feel like doing it, sometimes the best thing to do is just to sit and do it. So I'm working on a really old journal spread in this weekly vertical insert because it doesn't involve that much work. It's just a lot of gluing things down and taping things down, and I can kind of just let my mind wander, and that's something that I really like when I am not really feeling it, when I'm not feeling very creative. This is something that I reach to because it's easy, and that's something that I don't know, slightly gets the creative juices flowing again. And as you can see, I'm jumping through a whole bunch of spreads because I am deeply and intensely behind on this weekly insert. I don't really pressure myself to complete a weekly spread in this insert every single week. I used to be like that in my previous weekly vertical inserts, or just my weekly inserts as a whole. And it's not enjoyable when you're kind of forced to do something. So I've been working on this just when I can, and I found myself reaching for this insert when I am not feeling the greatest in terms of creative stuff. So as you can see, it's just very easy, and I guess autonomous is the best word for this, because I'm kind of just on overdrive. I'm just moving my hands and I'm not really thinking about it too much. As you can see, this is the week of Valentine's Day, and I think I had a few things already in this journal spread. So I had that heart paper that's actually from my journal card set. Sorry, I'm getting my tongue tied. As you can see, this is a one take rambly voiceover. And I also use the I Love You More Than Coffee, what is it called again, journal card. And I use a whole bunch of amazing ephemera from my friend Lynn. She changed her handle. I think it's Loopy Crafter on Instagram. She used to be the Planner Bug on Instagram. So shout out to Lynn if you're watching. But I really thought that I would just take it easy in this spread. And as you can see, I just did a little bit of stamping with my favorite stamp set, and I used those Crayola markers. No, they're not Crayola, they're Elmer's markers. And then I went in and did the same old leaves that I incorporate into my journal spreads when I really don't know what to do. And I have this really cool what is this called? It's a human illustration. No, that's biological illustration. I know, I'm medical illustration. I think that's what it's called, of some lungs. And this is actually from a die cut set from my friend Zika's online shop. I'll link it down below. She was so kind to send me a tearaway tearaway calendar sheet, journal calendar. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean. And this spread was finished pretty quickly. I took out a whole bunch of stickers, so those are some regular circle stickers, and then I used those classic-y hole protector stickers, and then I stuck to, I think, to 2 fountain pens. I used my my fountain pen with black ink, and then I used my TWSBI Eco with this cool yellowish brownish ink, which matches the distress ink that is it distress oxide that I use, which is from Tim Holtz, and I believe it's fossilized amber. So it really complements each other. And then I put down this label sticker near the lungs, and I'm going to go in with a roller date stamp, and I'm going to stamp that on. And that's pretty much it for this spread. The reason why I worked on 2 journal spreads for this video is because when I am going through a creative rut, I like to power through them, like I said earlier, and when I get started, I actually end up liking it, or I end up getting into the groove of things. And that's why I thought I would just create a second journal spread, because I already felt like journaling, and I thought I would ride that wave, because usually when you are going through a creative rut, you just don't feel like journaling. And sometimes when you do get those short bursts of inspiration and you do feel like creating something, you might as well ride that wave and create a whole bunch of things. So that's what I ended up doing, and I worked on this other journal spread. And this journal spread has a blue and purple and green theme. I had this purple flower die cut that I adhered to the spread, and then this practice makes perfect sticker that it's on the right side of the spread, and that's actually from a local art store called Opus, and it's a chain of art stores in Vancouver. It's a little bit pricey, but I really love going in there, and they have a wide variety of art stuff. And I think they had this Opus daily practice challenge going on. I didn't really participate in it, but I did grab a sticker when I visited that store. And I also got my iPhone that week, and that was a pretty significant event in my life, because I was in a desperate need for a new phone, because I just was very stuck with my other phone. But that's besides the point. And I think another tip that I have is just to limit your color palette, or the things that you're working with in your journal when you're going through a creative rut. So I don't know, when you work with a certain theme, it just makes everything look more cohesive, and you don't have to think about it too much. So I just stuck to a blue, purple, and green theme. I didn't force myself to only use those colors, but when you kind of just limit yourself to a few things, it's just easier to journal, because you don't feel overwhelmed if you should use this stamp, or if I should use this color, or if I should use this washi tape. So that's another one of my tips, I guess, when you're going through a creative rut. I mean, it's hard to talk about creative ruts when you're still going through one, because I can say that I am still going through this creative rut. I haven't really picked up my journal in a while. I did do some doodling a few days ago, but that's about it. But I guess you could say that editing and filming these videos is another creative outlet. So I guess I did do something creative this week. But speaking of videos, I know this video is already a little bit random already, but I just wanted to apologize for not responding to all your comments. I usually comment and reply back to everyone, and I haven't done so in a while, so I'm gonna try and do that and catch up soon. But I think that's about it. The 2 spreads are done. I know this video seemed so short, and I feel like I was just about to get into some cool topics here, but here we are at the end of the video. I guess I'll have to film a journal in Java and push myself to do something a little bit more creative this week. And I guess I'm challenging you all to do something creative this week as well. I mean, some of you may be going through creative ruts as well, so let's all power through it and try to create something this week. I know it might be hard, especially if you haven't picked up a journal in years, or you haven't done anything creative in a few months, but I mean, the best time to start is now. So let's all do that together this week, and maybe we'll check back in here next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all your stationery obsessed friends. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I will see you all next time. Have a lovely and beautiful day, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. I'll see you all next time. Bye.